put your tinfoil hat on. Obviously, we know what we're about to ask. Why did they say he killed himself and there is no list? Obvious answer. I kind of like, no problem if you want to elaborate, if you have like theories behind the obvious answer, which is just Trump and his ties to Epstein. But like, is there any other reason? I just, dude, I can't even think of one. I can't even think of one. I just feel like Trump is such a behemoth and has such political capital. Even though he's spending it in dumb ways right now, I don't understand why he is like there's no way to spin this any better than they have to, instead of just saying like there's nothing there at all. You know, it's just, it blows me away. And I just can't put my finger on, like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I just can't put my finger on, like, what I feel. Because I'm an obvious hater of Trump. So true. So I'm no fan, but yeah. I just cannot.
Yeah, it's just, to me, there's definitely, I mean, you're certainly right that he's spending a lot of political capital right now on just being wish-washy about Epstein, which is not playing well to his base.
Not wish-washy. He keeps sending things out that's like, it's not, like, there's nothing there.
Well, yeah, now, yeah. You're right. He's just trying to fully shut it down.
Correct.
And he's taking a hit on a lot of his base for that, for that reason. So you have to ask yourself why, because he must know that this is a political loser. Like, what are you, outside of whether or not he's directly implicated?
He's always had a good flavor for what's going on in the air and can kind of twist in the wind. So I don't understand why he's just absolutely letting the wind cut him in half. I'm not sure I understand why.
It is weird, and my opinion is, outside of the obvious, like, well, he went to the island, he participated, which we don't know. Right. He certainly was on the flight logs.
Correct. There is some facts about his connections in the video, but go ahead.
Yeah. But beyond that, we don't know much besides that, like, they certainly...
That's why they need to release it. Go ahead.
Correct, right. But they were in the same social circles, and it's not a great look. But to me, the bigger thing here is, I bet you there are very powerful people who are sort of sending him messages like, hey, you need to shut down the Epstein stuff a little bit. You gotta just shut all that down. You think so?
I hear that all the time.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
I have seen reports, and I believe this shit, that Trump just, even in, like, top secret meetings, just takes calls on his cell phone from, like, anyone who has his fucking number. And I believe that. So in that sense, you know, is there a couple people dialing in? But how do you, so take me through then, if you think that's true, how they would communicate that. Do you think they would come out and say, like, I'm tied to this, don't do this? I don't think anybody would. So how do you communicate that? How do you nudge him if it's someone trying to nudge him, you know?
I think there's all sorts of back channels of people reaching out and contacting him. I think people are just being blunt, honestly. I mean,
yeah. And you know what? Now that I think about it, it's probably people who are like, yo, I'm in there, but, like, hey, I'm one of the ones that's innocent. If you release the names, and, like, who knows if they are? Let's see, you know. Innocent, by the way. Yeah. So that's one way I could see. Yeah, I guess so.
It is funny to me, though, because if they just didn't, if he just shut the fuck up about it, he could keep the status quo.
I don't, right? Exactly. He wasn't going to take any bullets if he shut the fuck up. You got it, dude.
That's why it's so weird, because he didn't do shit about Epstein in his first term. Epstein killed himself in 2019.
Well, his administration arrested him and was prosecuting him. But go ahead.
True. He dies in a federal prison. The Trump admin doesn't release anything. Like, he got away with not doing shit about Epstein.
Right.
Besides actually catching him, I suppose. But, like, the broader implications. Didn't do shit about that. Campaigns on doing it for his second term. And then now that we're here, he's totally trying to bury the lead, and I just don't know why. If he just shut the fuck up about it, I don't think there'd be a fuss. But Pam Bondi puts out, a memo that essentially states the Epstein position. He killed himself, there was no client list, right? Or something to that effect.
Yeah. Yep. exactly to that effect. And then
Why even put out a memo? Just
I
say
was,
nothing. Why not just say nothing?
In the beautiful city that I live in, I was biking my ass home last night, and I was listening to something that was talking about how Kash Patel came out and forcefully said, like, there's nothing yesterday, too. Like, in a very, he's like, I serve at the president, there's nothing. Hey, I don't know what the fuck. He probably truthed it, God knows. Like, he'll try to find it. But yeah, they're forceful denials, man.
Well, again, my thing is, why not just shut the fuck up about it? You probably would have been fine. But now that they're coming out and making a hard stance,
right?
It's
I don't know.
Weird. It's weird.
Dude, it's so weird. Dude, it's so weird. And I there's so many ways that we can say that we wish people would open their eyes to Trump being an absolute scam artist. But he's been pardoning like crypto criminals, like financial criminals. Like he's already been doing just like shit that like you would think the base, quote unquote, that he has. Which every time I see interviews with the base, 66% of them are on Medicaid. You would think that they would like care, but no, this is what they finally care about, which will still take when people get their eyes open to the debauchery that happens before them. But you know, you just wish it could be a little sooner, folks. You know,
you do wish it could be a little sooner.
Yeah,
I will
have to pay
say,
for. Go ahead. Yeah.
the base is locked.
Here we go.
into Trump.
The conspiracy theories just aren't true, never have been. It's an honor to serve the President of the United States, at real Donald Trump, and I'll continue to do so for as long as he calls on me, is what he said yesterday. So he just says it's just aren't true. It's just not true. Okay. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry. Oh, along those lines, I did have one more thing, too. And we've had the Vance tweet up for a while. But I wrote here, also, the same people who went around fanning the flames of Epstein now say nothing there. The Kash Patels, Dan Bonginos, and obviously the J.D. Vance here. So my issue is, like, why did you say it before with such certainty? And how is your only conclusion from that not they were just trying to get attention? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were banging that drum not that long ago for whatever reason, and now this is the conclusion, what were we banging the drum on before? You know, it's just obvious bullshit.
Yeah.
And then it makes me, you know, not come to like a final conclusion that everything they do is lies and all they do is are shitbags. No, but you don't. How do you trust these people? These people are just willing to say bullshit to get attention for whatever reason, whether it's a podcast or running for a Senate seat. And then, you know, tough. Open your eyes.
Well, can we, can I read what he truthed today? I don't know if you want me to
Who's
share
he?
my screen, but
Oh, yeah, go
that's
ahead.
Donald Trump.
Tell me
It's
when
a
you're sharing.
long one, dude. Oh, yeah, let me share
Oh, boy. Is it yesterday's?
it. Is this yesterday's? Is this
like
the
it's
one?
yesterday's
Maybe it
one.
is yesterday's.
Go
Oh, it
ahead.
was yesterday's.
All right, it's the one where he's defending Pam Bondi.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's such a weird...
Now, let's perform this exercise of reading it out loud. I suppose. Oh, you're already doing it. My
It's
bad.
so
I
long.
got you.
It really is so long. What's going on with my boys and in some cases gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's doing a fantastic job. We're on one team, MAGA, and I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration. The talk of the world.
Oh,
And
the
selfish
talk
people are
of the
trying to hurt us.
world. Sorry.
All over a guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein. Which, by
Oh,
the way,
boy.
bro, you literally
Oh, boy.
campaigned on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
For years, it's Epstein over and over again. Why are we giving publicities to files written by Obama, Crooked Hillary, Comey,
Dude,
Brennan,
he's
and the
so
losers?
scared. He's doing the same old with this stuff, but it's mind-blowing because right-wing media has lapped this shit up like manna from heaven for years. And now it's like, what the hell? Go ahead, sorry. We have to comment as you go because it's insane.
And the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world with the Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, and more. They created the Epstein files, just like they created the fake Hillary Clinton / Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me, and now my so-called friends are playing right into their hands. So, I'm sorry, is he just fully saying nothing's there's nothing to see here about Epstein then.
Correct, and even blaming it on the radical left. By the way, amazing. So that means Hunter Biden's laptop. He wrote the Epstein files on that laptop.
Hunter Biden wrote the Epstein files.
Like, that laptop's crazy, and then ended up somehow in a MAGA computer store. Okay,
Why didn't these radical left lunatics release the Epstein files? Which, to be fair, if there is something in these Epstein files, that's certainly a question.
Yeah, but that's the
ask.
point. We have so many smooth brains that believed these guys would be different than the Democrats on this. No, they're the same.
Right. If there was anything in there that could have hurt the MAGA movement, why didn't they use it? They haven't even given up on the JFK or Martin Luther King Jr. files. Who is he referring to?
I don't
really understand.
Dude, I have no idea. All I know is that I think at least once there was fanfare in his first administration. They declassified JFK files, and then immediately when he took office again, and I knew this is just them pandering to their like conspiracy theorist base. They were like, "We're gonna release more," and it's like, "But you did this in the first term, so like, what did you save that now you're gonna?" Go ahead.
Sure, it's a valid question to ask. Were there more file cabinets discovered? What are we doing?
Right.
No matter how much success we've had securing the border, deporting criminals, fixing the economy, energy dominance, a safer world where Iran will not have nuclear weapons, it's never enough for some people. We're about to achieve more in 6 months than any other administration has achieved in over 100 years.
It's so weak.
What a
It's
weirdly
such
specific.
Weak language. Like, just because
we
it's
have so much more
obviously
to
not
do.
true. It's so obviously not true. But go ahead.
It couldn't possibly be true. Right? Like, I don't care what you're doing. More than 100 years
Dude,
of...
imagine us being younger, signing up for a MySpace account and, like, giggling and, like, connecting with people. Imagine thinking that one day one of these sites, the president would use it to spread absolute propaganda. The ones that you just read in your textbooks in history class, you know what I'm saying? Why you, like, sign up for MySpace. The wild world that's out there. Go ahead.
Which, by the way, just as an aside, the fact that I have to sign up for a profile to see what POTUS is currently, like, communicating with the world
free speech
should genuinely be a lawsuit. That should actually be a lawsuit. You are POTUS. There should be no...
If you sign up for my company.
That pisses me off. That fucking actually pisses me off.
Hey,
That
someone
is a
tell
lawsuit,
Trump.
but-
Someone tell Trump to sell his peanut farm. What a dirtball. Go ahead.
We are saving our country and making America great again, which will continue to be our complete priority. The left is imploding.
Oh my
Kash
God.
Patel and the FBI must be focused on investigating voter fraud, political corruption, Act Blue, okay, the rigged and stolen election of 2020, and arresting thugs and criminals instead
They're
of
just
spending
mad a
month
lot of
after
money
month
goes through
looking at
that.
nothing. Okay, well, I didn't know if there's actually anything. Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not going to assume good faith on anything he says. To be
That is
fair,
correct.
but
That's correct.
instead of spending month after month looking at nothing but the same old radical left-inspired documents on Jeffrey
go.
Epstein. Let Pam Bondi do her
And
job.
on Hunter
She's
Biden's
great.
laptop.
Something about 2020 being rigged. 1 year ago, country was dead. We're the hottest in the world. Let's not waste time and energy on Jeffrey Epstein. Time and energy caps for some reason. Capitalized.
Dude, also
Jeffrey
hottest
Epstein.
in quotes, but all caps. It's just like, what are we doing here? I don't. This man writes like a fucking 13-year-old in their diary, bro. It's unbelievable. That's honestly what, like, adults who, like, abuse social media, let's not be mean, but adults who just, like, tweet out hundreds of times a day. It's like, you're just a 13-year-old.
I do.
That's what you're doing. You're diarying your life, and that's fine. But it's a little weird.
Yeah. And I know that this makes me a bit of an old person, this mentality, but anybody that is engaging with social media more than like 10 times a day, I don't trust you as a person. I just have to say that. Like, if you're posting opinions...
I think that's fair. And I also think
pictures
those people need to
10+
watch out for
times
their
a day.
mental health. Go ahead. Sorry.
True, I agree. It's just not... You're living in a weird space, and it's not a real space, and you need to get out of there.
You hear that, Elon?
You don't have to get out of there entirely.
Stupid.
Yeah,
Elon.
true.
Anyways, yeah.
So yeah, this is incredible, and I gotta say, I didn't read the entirety of this truth until now. But that's insane.
Sometimes reading it out too forces you to actually like engage with, because like if I see this on a post, I'm not on Truth. Nobody's on Truth. Well, now you are. Congratulations. But if I see this on a post on like Reddit, I read the first sentence and a half, and then I'm just like, I stop, because I'm just like, it's the same shit it always is. But if you actually force yourself to read it, it's truly a trip. It's truly a trip.
Whoa. Now I gotta say, because before I would jump on Truth just to see what Trump was tweeting. Never had an account. Didn't need one, but I couldn't see the comments as a result. I can see the comments now. And people are not happy. Wow. Yo, this is crazy.
Half of these are
Not
Russian
one
bots.
of these, for sure. For sure,
Because
but you
Russia
know Trump
would still
sees
have an
this.
interest in fanning the flames of the conspiracy itself. They still would. But yeah, no, it's not all fake people. No doubt.
And it's not one positive sentiment.
That's a tough
That's
world out
pretty crazy. Anyways, let's not go down that rabbit hole, because that's just... Truth is just full of the worst people in the world.
True.
So that's incredible. I don't really know what to do with that information, but it's not a good look. And it's hilarious to me, the level of hypocrisy. The amount of like clips and tweets that you can pull up of everybody on the right, people like here with the JD Vance tweet, people in his administration just harping on about Epstein, and the second they actually have the levers of power, nothing to see here. That's crazy.
And I just it's always fun to talk about why, but and how this is happening, but I just wish people would open their eyes. You know, it's tough. It's a tough world out there. And we got too many people that are just excusing the most blatant hypocrisy you've ever seen just because they feel like they're never supposed to like the other side. They're supposed to hate it, which is like stupid. That's not even true. That's bad.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. All right.
It's loyalty out of spite, regardless of what your side does. That is the worst form of political.
Bad. It leads to it leads to authoritarianism. It's bad.
True. It's bad. Don't do it, folks.
All right.
Listen, country over party. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that here? Country over party, please.
Country over party. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Then.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Don't be an ass to like other humans that aren't your country. It gets tricky, but you're not wrong. Okay.
Sure.